everyone, welcome to LexTalk World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today we have Dr. G.V.Rao with us. Dr. G.V.Rao is a senior advocate of the Supreme Court of India with 34 years of practice. His areas of specialization are litigation, legal advice, law, taxation, international law, corporate law, intellectual property, and cyber law. He has also some expertise in telecom, economic offenses, shipping, and banking. So now, without further ado, let's dive into know more about him. Hello, Mr. Rao. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Rao, can you tell us something about your career in the legal industry, how you started it?
You see, I was fortunate to join the highest office in the legal profession just before I got an internship with the Office of the Solicitor General of India, and after that I joined the Attorney General for India's office, where I spent 5 years of my beginning of my career working with both the Attorney General and the Solicitor General or the Additional Solicitor General, doing a lot of government litigation. So that gave me a fantastic exposure to law and not just procedure. You see, law is a lot of it, about 40%, 50% is procedure, and the remaining 50-60% is actual the legal aspects and the legal principles. So I straight away went and walked into the entire gamut of laws in play, because at the Supreme Court we are not looking at procedures of filing, of pursuing matters. We are looking at testing legal propositions. We are looking at precedents in judgments. We are looking at how the law best functions by the topmost judiciary persons manning the judiciary, especially the judges of the Supreme Court, as you know, it's the apex court and the final place where any case can reach. So that gave me a fantastic exposure to understanding how the law finally works.
So let's come to the next question. So do you feel technology has helped to its full potential post-pandemic? And will this continue in future, and how?
Well, very, very interestingly, you know, as they say, necessity is the mother of invention.
Right.
Because we had a necessity, we couldn't move from our offices, we couldn't move from our homes, and yet we had to transact business, and yet we had to do things. And with enormous hectic pace, the whole world, and especially our own legal system and judiciary, rose to the occasion and were able to have video conferencing in matters. Now that gave a fantastic fill up. It was speedy. Of course, there were hiccups, no doubt, because not everybody was familiar with the technology, but those who could do it and the best people who had access to it were able to do it remarkably well, brilliantly well, especially when I'm talking about the higher judiciary. But it took a little longer to percolate to the trial courts and district courts. But the fantastic part is today, all courts across India, from the smallest court to the highest court, are fully equipped. We are fully equipped to carry on our professional work and duties in the most technologically advanced manner. Now, having said that, which has helped a great deal, because we are able to sit in the comforts of our office and our homes, and we are able to argue matters, and we are able to file matters through email and upload them into the court, etc. But what has happened is, of course, majority of the lawyers are used to a physical format. They present themselves before a judge. They see the person on the other side, and they have this whole, being very physically interactive, being used to that kind of functioning. Now we have gone back to physical courts. Therefore, only about 15 to 20% the improvement which we got in, say, filing. Now, filing earlier, you had to go to the court registrar. He was open till 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and you couldn't do it. But today, you can do it in the middle of the night. You can work through the night. You can do it on a click of a button. Now, that's the fantastic part. So, filing procedures have become fast and good. But whereas the courts, when they're moving to physical because there is opposition, they have stopped having video conference hearings. But I think at least 30% of all courts must have video conference hearings for all time to come. This will help complex matters which require to be attended to. Sometimes, lawyers need to attend to a matter which they've been doing all the while, and sometimes assistance from other people. Sometimes in trial courts, the witnesses are elsewhere in other jurisdictions. Their evidence has to be recorded. So therefore, I think the utility of video conferencing and utilization of technology is at least 30% of all court hearings should continue to be through this medium. And then only we will reap the benefits to the best.
Completely agree with you on this, sir. So tell us something about security of the judiciary is being implemented. Do we need to do more on this?
Yes, absolutely. I recently wrote an article, I think about 3 to 4 months ago, about security. There was an incident of a judge of a district court in, I think, Jharkhand or Chhattisgarh, where a vehicle came and hit him, and that appeared to be deliberate and with some motive which was criminal in nature. And then there was some kind of shootout in one of the courts in Delhi. I think it was Rohini or something, and the shootout in the court hall. So and there are innumerable, not known, not coming to the media threats to legal professionals, judicial officers, making attempts to influence them, coerce them, blackmail them, and all of these things. And therefore I suggested a method by which the US courts are made secure by, they have a system which they call the marshals, US marshals. Now, and even in France and other countries, they provide the security. They are not the local police. They are a specialized policing force, very well trained to deal with the entire the infrastructure, the court infrastructure, the witnesses, the lawyers, and the judges. That the marshals, U.S. marshal system, I said we could implement very easily, and I advocated that should be done because this is a very, very serious problem, and I think a lot of it is going unnoticed. But we don't want another accident to happen to wake up to doing what is required to be done.
Right. So completely agree with you on this because we really need to equip ourselves as per the international standards on this. We cannot leave this part. So now coming to the quality of the legal education. So is it serving the purpose? What do you think about quality of the legal education? How do we improve it? And are the best professionals directed towards it?
This is an excellent question. This is the beginning. It's the beginning of how we need to improve our system. Now, you see, there are thousands and thousands of law colleges all across the country. Many, it was found, don't have, furniture in classrooms. They don't have good teachers. So therefore, I think the audit of excellence in legal education must be made. A great step was taken by establishing the National Law School system, which has worked very well. I'm not talking about it as being elite for elitist purposes, but I'm suggesting that it is the quality, the best form of education, even provided by the government. And some of the national law schools are government sponsored institutions, and therefore we could have a proper audit of legal education being given in India right across the country, and that must be taken very seriously. For now, the Bar Council of India, which is practicing lawyers, are doing this job, but I think it needs more. I think more retired judges should be taken into into this audit system by creating a commission or a committee which will monitor legal education, which has to be informal in nature, which more formal than just the Bar Council, because I think legal professionals, I'm not saying that they neglect, but they are busy professionals at the end of the day. Judges, for instance, retired judges, these days the retirement age is very young as compared to our longevity, and therefore a lot of judges, retired judges from the apex court, would love to look after institutions of excellence, audit them, find improvement, ensure that the best are done. It's not just some machine factory where the law degrees are just distributed and the students are not familiar with law, and therefore the system doesn't function as effectively as well, because there is so much of infiltration of less qualified, less quality legal education. Therefore, that is my suggestion, that we must involve a committee or a group of retired judges as well as legal professionals and parliamentarians, and sometimes even journalists, just like the way we have a press commission or the law commission. Perhaps some way, some newer mechanism has to be brought into place.
Rightly said, sir. So, how can we reform the legal system, make it more effective? Are we following the global standards?
Oh, very, very good question. We are global standards. I don't think we have earned the respect of the the best in the world in terms of our legal system. But having said that, our apex court does command a lot of respect. But you see, having said that, in India, the legal system doesn't just mean the apex court. It has to be from the bottom, from the trial court, where the work starts, where things linger, where it takes dozens of years before they can be appealed for judgments to come about. I think it should percolate to down to them also. There, I had suggested, and we had a very good system called the National Judicial Appointments Commission, which of course the court found fault with that by saying that the method of constituting that was not very good. But I think that should be revived in some fashion or the other. Again, I would say some of the best retired judges should be sitting on the National Judicial Appointments Commission, and every single judge right across the country, from the district court to the lowest, the magistrate, to the highest level, they should be very, very well assessed, very well reviewed. Now we have computers, their work can be examined, their judgments can be assessed, and we can have the best training programs for them to be followed up, so that once we have the best judges sitting in our courts and we have the best appointment method, automatically we will find the quality of justice being improved greatly, and we will find that the highest merit is being attracted, and more meritorious legal professionals will be attracted towards the bar and the bench. Today, the best professionals go for corporate law. They don't come to the litigation side. They are most of them are in law firms, and they find that they are paying well. It's a very sophisticated and modern mechanism in corporate law, and therefore, but then if we improve this side of the functioning, and as well as giving attention to arbitration, mediation, and other alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, I think we can really do wonders if we have a proper focus and perspective of what needs to be done.
Yes, so definitely that will improve our standards in the global level as well.
Yes.
Right.
Of course.
So I really enjoyed the whole conversation with you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing such great insights with us. And we look forward to having a chat with you again on some other trending topics. And for our viewers, if you like this chat with Dr. G.V. Rao, please like and share this video. And also subscribe to Clickaway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do. And you have more coming from our legal space. This is Abhishek for LexTalk.